Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest Equestrian. You guys, I have a story for you. And this is not clickbait. I'm not being dramatic. You won't even believe it. Okay, so the day started out like this. Welcome back to Pacific Northwest Equestrian. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to go on a trail ride with Suede, and I thought I would tell you about all the times I've fallen. Well, that could be fun for you. Tragic memories for me. So if you don't want to hear my annoying loud voice, then you might want to mute the volume now. Let's talk about the small falls first. They were pretty simple. So I was trying to learn to trot bareback, and this was not with my trainer. This was just with my daughter, who failed to mention that you're supposed to squeeze your inner thighs to hold on, which I was not doing. And probably the second step she took, it was Chica. I just fell right off, but it was on the arena sand, which was good. And you would think, oh, that's not that bad. But actually, I did break my tailbone. And breaking your tailbone hurts surprisingly a lot. So I did that. I think I did that twice on two different occasions, not very close to one another, but guess I don't learn very fast. Then I tried to learn the same thing in an arena that was covered with snow and fell off. That wasn't so bad. I landed on my side and it was in the snow, so I just got back on. It didn't really hurt. I mean, I always get back on because that's the way I was taught, so I always get back on, but I got back on. That one didn't hurt so much. Those were the easy ones. And the day ended with me falling and breaking my head. So I fell off Suede / got bucked off and got a severe concussion, huge goose egg on my head, and whiplash, even though I landed on cement. Yes, you heard me right. I landed on cement for my 16-hand horse. So if you don't know horses, that's about 6 feet tall. So 6 feet, a fall from 6 feet, and he was bucking. So there was even increased pressure throwing me to the ground. So yeah, that was fun. Let me explain to you and tell you about it. So I'll try to give you some details about the crime as it happened. Here's the guilty party. Just kidding. There's an old saying that it's always the rider's fault. No, oh, sorry, excuse me. No matter what happens, it's always the rider's fault. So I'm just kidding. I don't blame him. He was trying to tell me he didn't want to go any further away from the house by himself because they don't like to be out by themselves. So I was just riding him, and I was trying to get to this nice trail that's really close to my house, but you have to go on a short stretch of sidewalk alongside a road, which you can Jacob, which he's been on many times. And it wasn't the traffic that was bothering him. He just wanted to come back home instead of go further. And he usually will try to turn around and I'll correct him and we can keep going. But this time he decided that he really wanted to go home, and I did not manage it appropriately. And so I came off. I unexpectedly became unseated, shall we call it. So when they do a small buck, it's called a crow hop. So, I mean, who knows, because I was on top of him, so felt like bucking. It might have just been big crow hops. I don't actually know. But so what happened with this adorable little angel baby? Oh, so cranky. Oh, so cranky. Was he tried to turn and I put him back going the right direction. So he turned himself around and I couldn't get him back the other way because he's stronger than me and I was not doing the right things to turn him around. So he got upset. What is your problem today? He got upset and you don't want me to tell the story? I'm pretty sure he knows and he doesn't want me to tell a story. It's not your fault, it was my fault. Come back, I love you. It wasn't his fault. Anyway, well, we can look at Django. We can look at Django. So he turned around to come back home, and to make sure that he got his way, he started bucking. And so I've learned a couple lessons, which I will share with you at the end, but I did not handle it appropriately. What I should have done is a one rein emergency stop, and that is you're holding the reins and you just take one side. That way, if you pull back, then they're just going to get worse and push forward more, or run backwards really fast, but usually push forward more. So that's why you're supposed to just do a one rein, and it's really only for emergency situations, which this definitely was. But of course I panicked and I didn't think of that, so I didn't do that. And I, for some reason, who knows, grabbed his mane, and I felt more secure that way, like I was going to stay on. But when I did that, then I let go of the reins, so he started running. So then I grabbed the reins again. All this time he's bucking and running, and pull on them and not do the correct thing, just pull on both of them, which just made him jerk his head around more, which made his bucks even harder. So I made a lot of mistakes. I guess neither of them want me to do that to them. I'm sorry. And it was all rider error. He's a very good boy. He's very trustworthy. Nobody hold it against him. He's a very sweet, nice boy. He's a good boy. It was all my fault. So I'll be going back to lessons. I've mentioned lots of times, I'm still a beginner. I don't think I know everything. I'm more than happy to take lessons. So I'm going to be going back to lessons. I also have a friend who's a very advanced rider, so she's going to ride with me and help me out, remind me how to manage those issues when they come up. However, biggest lesson learned, which probably a lot of you are like, I've been telling you, I told you so, I told you so. I wasn't wearing a helmet and I hit the cement. So I will always be wearing a helmet from now on. I was going to actually get on and show you the one rein stop, but I'm not going to get on any horse until I get a helmet. I have one coming in the mail. So I learned my lesson the hard way, so I'll always wear a helmet from now on. Also the lesson about it, and it's so strange because I've been taught that since the very beginning, the emergency stop, and the trainer I had, she used to make us practice it before every trail ride. But you know, you panic. So I learned, Kitty's over there, I learned that, Kitty, say hi. Oh my gosh, they all understand me. Eleanor, that's Lady Eleanor, the kitten. She's really a cat, I just call her kitten. So anyway, I'll work on it, it'll be okay. Sway's a good boy, he didn't do anything wrong. And we're always learning, we're all always learning, but I'm still learning. So no harm, no foul, as they say. No hard feelings against my baby boy. Yeah, so this one probably isn't as fun or interesting because it's not don't get to see so much of the horses or their little shenanigans, but I felt like if I could try to educate other people so they don't make the mistake I made, I think that would be a good thing. So always wear a helmet. Always, always, always wear a helmet. So I hope you enjoyed the video and like the channel in general. If you do, please like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Comment, that also helps the channel out a lot. Share it with a friend that might like it. Turn on the notifications so that you know when we upload. Otherwise, YouTube might not just tell you. See you next time. And just so you don't miss out on your horsey time and seeing your cute little horsies, there's Suede. Suede is a beautiful buckskin. That's that beige color. That's what that's called. He has white, what looks like polka dots right there. Those are called dapples, and that's a sign that they're really healthy. So he's pushing his sister out of the way. Guess we'll talk about him later. There's beautiful Chica. Beautiful Chica. Hi. Oh, she's so pretty when she stands like that. Chica, the gorgeous Mustang. She's a little bit older. She's still very good. Good to ride. She's very fun to ride. She's like a rocking horse when you're running. It's very smooth and easy to ride. And she's just the sweetest. She is the sweetest. She prefers females, but she's not like aggressive with males or anything. And she is just so sweet. And she's the only one that lets me kiss her. All right, bye, Beakers. Without complaint, that is. Okay, here comes Mr. Cutie. Yay, he's coming to say hi to his mom. He's back. Look at him. He's so cute and handsome. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you guys could feel them, they're getting their winter coat and they are so soft. Yes. They all get very furry, so they still have a lot more coming. They're going to be like stuffed animals. He's so soft. I wish everyone could feel how soft. All right, well, good talk. Okay, love you. If you see he has white feet on top of his hooves, that part is white fur, so that's called 4 white socks. And he has 4 black legs, and he's a buckskin, and he has a really cool little patch of white hair at the top of his tail. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Let's go see Django. Look at that handsome devil. That's Django. If you haven't watched for very long, he was my very first horse. And he's very special to me, and he's a very, very good boy. He taught a lot of people how to ride, and he also gave trail rides to like people that would just pay to come and take a trail ride at the facility. So very trustworthy, very sweet, very easy to ride. He is getting older now, and he does have just a touch of arthritis, so I'll sometimes ride him just in the yard for a video or something, or usually just take him on his lead, which is like a leash for a dog, and let him eat the grass. So he doesn't really have to do much hard exercise anymore. He's just living his best retired life. And one of the people I talked to that had him before me had named him Axel because he has such great hair. It's like Axl Rose. And one of them was Honey Badger. And then right before me, they had named him Django. And there's a legend that it's bad luck to change the horse's barn name, that's just their regular name. So, not that I believe in any of that baloney, but it actually really fits him. I tried a couple of other names on him and I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. It just seems like a Django to me now. Would you like me to get back to massaging? Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing your little buddies.